So it's currently like 2 a.m. and I can't sleep. The joys of insomnia, right? Like, okay. I don't even know if I have actual insomnia or if I just am too busy thinking. Or if my schedule's just fucked up because it's summer. But it's something, okay? And I can't sleep, so. um. Like, I don't know. I don't know why I can't, like, formulate thoughts right now. They just aren't happening. um, so I've kind of accepted the disability that I have. Like, come to terms with it and been like, well, I mean, it's kind of like I lived with it my entire life and struggled with it, and at least now I'm aware of it and like know how to get help for it, and it's like not like it's not as bad as I keep making it out to be. Like, it's better than like struggling alone without help and being ignorant. And now that I know, like, I can accept everything of myself instead of hating something that I'm not even aware of, you know? And I think this is like subconsciously I've always like hated like myself because I've always like felt that I was like beneath everyone else because of my like way of thinking and like just different for numerous reasons, but I think a major one that separated me from normal kids even when I was like really young was because of my disability, and I didn't even realize it at the time, but it made me more isolated and like start like disliking myself and like secluding myself from other people even if they didn't want to seclude me, just because I was like, I'm not good enough because of this. And it's like, and on top of that, like a lot of my past has like added to it, but like I think the bottom line was my disability that I wasn't even aware that I had until today. But yeah, and just a lot to think about because there are so many like times in my past where I've like really like just felt like alone and like different and like weird, and like I've never really fit in anywhere, which is like everyone, like no one is supposed to fit inside a box, like it's normal not to, but like it was different for me, like mentally, like I felt like even on like a learning level, like I was different from the other kids, and that was really difficult to deal with, and I felt like it was my fault, and like it was just bad. And it's like I don't even know how to like explain like the amount of like, I keep saying like again, like I don't know why I keep saying like it's such a bad habit and it's really annoying. um but I'm like, I have like so many emotions, like shock and like fear and like relief at the same time, and shame, and like some acceptance. Like it's a lot to deal with, but at least I've stopped crying. So I mean, there's that. um can't help to think that like it would have been like better to know this beforehand, like when I was younger, so I could have like been aware that there's a reason why you're different, and it doesn't mean that you're bad, and it doesn't mean that you like should hate yourself. But I didn't know that, and like I have like 17 years of experience of hating myself and like feeling like I'm bad and different and like weird and like I shouldn't be this way and I need to be like the other kids. And like just years of teachers' disappointment and frustration with me just piles up. And I just wish my mom would have told me. Like, she didn't tell me about any of it. It's like already fucking diagnosed, she didn't tell me. And now I, like, if my records aren't there anymore, like, I might have to get diagnosed again. And then, like, have to go through the whole fucking process again. And, like, that's gonna be so fun. Goddamn. Like, I'm so tired. I might even have to take like meds for it or something too, which is not ideal. Like, I don't like taking medicine, but like, whatever, I guess I have to, if I have to. And if it helps, then that would be actually really nice. But then at the same time, like, I'm worried like about the meds because the meds make you like different, especially like mental meds. Like, I have numerous friends who take like meds for like various disorders like anxiety, PTSD, or depression. And same with my mom, she takes psychiatric meds. And like, they make you better, but they also like have symptoms and like they do things to you that they make you different. And like, I don't want that. Like, you know, like I feel like I'm gonna lose part of myself when I take the pills. If I have to take pills. But at the same time, if it helps, like, it'll be worth it. But at the same time, like, I don't know. You know, I was just thinking about that, and I was also thinking about my friends, and, like, understanding them, and, like, trying to, like, I don't know, this sounds so weird, but, like, I have, like, a lot of close friends, and that's never happened to me before, like, ever. Like, I remember I've only had, like, maybe 2 best friends, like, in, like, my entire life before now. And now I have, like, my 2 homeschooled friends, and then I have my friend at school is my best friend at school, and then I have these 2 girls who I've recently, like, started interacting with who, like, I've like, just felt a connection with and, like, have grown pretty close to. And so, like, I have, like, 5, like, best friends or close friends, and it's really weird for me because I've never had that before. And, like, I feel like I'm being, like, selfish because, like, I've never had more than 1 or 2 best friends, and now I have, like, 5. And it's bizarre because it's, like, I've never had that happen to me before. My door is so creepy, okay? This door, I don't know if you can see it, but anyways, there's a door, and it's, like, really creepy because literally it, like, I close it and the latch doesn't work very well, like the way that, like, the doors close or whatever, like, it doesn't work very well, so it opens up all the time, and, like, it's really creepy. I'm not even gonna lie, like, it's so creepy. Anyways, but, like, I don't know, I just kind of feel like weirdly selfish because I have so many close friends, and or I feel like they all need to be friends with each other because they're friends with me, but like I don't know if that's like true or not, like because it's kind of impossible for them all to be friends because two of them getting a little tired. Two of them are like really close and like basically school drama, okay? And there's this one girl who I don't know if she's lying because she feels insecure or if she's just lying to gain attention or what, but somehow her lying bitch ass has gotten the loyalty of these two girls who are like really close, like, and really like smart people, so I'm really surprised that they trust her, but they do. And she lied about her relationship with my best friend at school and like basically turned those two girls against my best friend, and so there's like a whole rift between them that like I can't like say too much about it because like I don't want to like reveal too much because like she's my best friend and it's her story, so like I'm not going to. Um, but like it's just really fucked up. And this is not the first time that those two girls who I'm slowly getting closer to have taken the loyalty of someone that they shouldn't have. Because I have another friend who's a guy friend who I'm actually kind of close to as well. And oh wait, he's really frustrating at times. I'm not gonna lie. Um, he was friends with this one girl and she's like really bad influence. Like she did drugs, like she stole, like she vandalized shit or whatever. And they had like an argument or something, and then he realized just how like ridiculous she is and how like her like how just crazy she is. And so he like broke off their little friendship, and that same girl like lied to all of their little friend group and told them about like how like he broke up like or lost their friendship because of some stupid excuse or something. Like she said something about like Disney movies and that's why he didn't want to be friends with her, and then she was just like confused about that, and he tried to explain himself, and then those two girls was telling me about who like have their loyalty in the wrong place a lot of the time, even though they're like amazing people, they trust the wrong people. um Took her side instead of his, and so like yeah, it's kind of fucked up and so much drama at school, I swear to god, like ugh. um and so like there was a lot of like rift between my best friend at school and those two girls, and it's just really difficult. But like I still love like each of them. It's just that like those two girls like refuse to accept anything good that I have to say about my best friend, and like just it's just really irritating because they just refuse to accept the truth because they have like loyalty or whatever of their one friend who's like just so stupid. Like ugh, I can't get over it. And there's like this one like nagging thought in the back of my brain, like this self-doubt that maybe, just maybe, because I wasn't present during like this whole spiel where that one girl lied about her relationship with my best friend and lied to those two girls about her relationship with my best friend and why they like aren't friends anymore. um but because I wasn't there, this was before high school, so like I wasn't there at all. And so I have never really interacted with that one girl. Um, but I've met her a few times. Like I've met her and talked to her briefly a few times, and I'm actually really pretty good at reading people. So like, even though I tried not to like let my friend, like my best friend's story, like influence like my interaction with her, I could just kind of tell she was kind of like a little bit shady. Like she just was not. Like she kind of like had this like fake smile going on and was just like a little bit weird, and so I could already tell that like she didn't seem like the kind of person that I would like. And then add on to that my friend's story about her, I was just kind of like, no, like just no. Um, and eventually, like this made me like dislike those two girls too, who I'm getting closer to because like they supported her, and they caused my best friend a lot of pain. So like I was like, well, fuck them. Like, and then I got close to them and I just realized it's just a lot of miscommunication. And I realized, like, because my friend's story and their story started adding up because they told me their point of view on what happened between that girl and my best friend. And it added up with a lot of what my best friend told me, except for one or two parts where I could tell were like little lies that like that one girl said and like twisted the story in her favor and made my best friend look like a bitch. And I was just like, are you like, it just like either one of them is lying. And I like have known my best friend for like about 2 years now, and I trust her wholeheartedly and I love her like to pieces. There's no fucking way that she would ever lie. So like it's obviously that one girl. And it's just sad that those two girls who like I'm growing closer to don't like are putting their trust into this girl who's like such a fucking manipulator. Like it's so sad. And then they're not only putting their trust in that one manipulator, but they're putting their trust in that other girl who's a manipulator as well, who was friends with that guy friend that I was talking about as well. Like it's just so fucked up. And they're so twisted, and it's just like they're probably like only like 15 or 16 and they're already that twisted and manipulative. Like, are you kidding me? Like it's ridiculous, you know? Like, it's just sad. Yeah, and at one point I actually did question if my best friend was telling the truth, but then, like, their stories matched up, and I could already tell, like, it just made sense that my friend was telling the truth. And even if she was lying, I probably would still forgive her because, like, I used to have a huge lying problem too, so I understand if, like, you're lying when you're afraid and like you feel cornered and you feel like you need to lie. Like I get that. Like it's okay as long as you own up to it eventually. Like you can still be forgiven and redeem yourself. As long as you at least try and are not still manipulating and lying to people like that one girl is. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like just and so it's very frustrating because like I think about like all of my friends that I'm really close to and I'm just like or getting close to and I feel like I could get really close to as well. Like I feel like they would all get along really well and like we could like have our own little gang and like be okay. But then there's so many circumstances that have split them up, like those two girls and my best friend, and then that one guy friend. He's like so like I don't know, but he just I don't think he would match our group either because like there's just like his like I don't know, like it's just really difficult for I don't know, like you just have to be a certain type of person to really get close to him because he's so I don't really know how to explain him. And then there's my two friends, like my two best friends who are homeschooled, like who I'm really close to, but again they're homeschooled and they're also really shy and reserved and homeschooled, so they don't have any contact with my friends because they don't go to the school. So like it's really difficult because I feel like we would all get really like well together, but like there are so many different circumstances that separate them, and it like frustrates me because I want them all to be friends because it irritates me because like I tell my friends who I'm close to like everything, but then I have to like hold back certain things because like certain people have grudges against other people or certain people have no idea what I'm talking about because they don't go to my school, and like it's just frustrating because like they would be great and like we would have like a whole friendship thing going on, but then like there's just so many different like stupid like mundane like little fucking like circumstances that like separate them and us, and like it's like I want to get rid of them. Like this is a wall that doesn't need to be there. Fucking plop it down, Jesus. I don't know. So I've been thinking about that a lot too, and obviously thinking about my disability and stuff, but yeah, that's fun. Yeah, I'm also debating on whether I need to tell my dad before I go to Honduras or after, because I'm already planning to come out to him in Honduras, because I'm gonna meet him in person in Honduras, and I'm just tired of lying. But I'm thinking I might have to hold back and instead just tell him about my ADD, because I don't know if he can handle both my ADD and my sexuality. So I'm gonna have to tell him ADD, and then when he comes back, tell him about my pansexuality. Cause like he's, but also at the same time I'm so frustrated, and this part of me is kind of like, why should I give him a break? Like, he's never given me a break. Like, it's so difficult because I love him so much, and like I have to make exceptions, and I'm the one who always has to be super careful with him and like work around his little like fucking like closed off mind all the fucking time, and he doesn't do anything. Like, he never does anything for me. Like, almost everything that he's ever done for me has always been a mutual benefit for both of us. And like, I know he loves me, but like sometimes it's really difficult to like understand that like it's not just like love, but it's also like he's my dad too. And I don't know if it's like just love because he's my dad, or if it's love because like he actually cares for me as a person, you know? And like, I just, sometimes it's really difficult to tell with him. And like, I don't know. And then on the opposite spectrum, my mom literally like worships the ground my feet walk on, and I'm just like very uncomfortable about that, because like I don't deserve to be worshipped. Like, I'm as much of a piece of shit as everybody else. Like, calm down. Like, I love you and you love me. Like, don't turn that love into worship, please. Like, Jesus. And like, I don't know. Like, it's so crazy to think about like everything that I've like done and like am doing and like will be doing for the rest of my life due to circumstance and things that I can't control. I mean, they're not like, I don't know. I want to say they're not bad, but I wouldn't be struggling if they weren't bad. So I can't really say that they're not bad, but I don't really know how to continue. But yeah. I'm gonna play some music and like try and fall asleep, because like I need sleep, and it's like literally 2:30. But yeah. Also, I'm like debating like whether to tell him about my ADD before or after Honduras, because I don't know, I feel bad if I tell him after Honduras, because then I'll feel like I'm kind of cheating him, even though the whole reason that I'm going to Honduras is for him. Like, if it wasn't Honduras, I would still want to go there. And like, if we weren't doing anything in Honduras and I was still stuck, like if I was stuck in his room all the time until he like came after his work, like I would still want to go there just to see him. Because like, in all honesty, like, I mean, it would be an amazing experience, but like, it's still just about my dad, and like that's all I really care about. And like, anyways, so I kind of feel like I would be cheating him and be like, I used you and like as a vacation thingy, because like I didn't tell you about like my math and like how I have ADD and how I couldn't fucking do my math, and basically lied about doing my math. Like, yeah, like he's probably gonna feel like betrayed or something, and that will be fucking bad to work with. And like, I don't want to do that to him, but at the same time, like in my mind, I'm like, how many times has he let you down? Like, what's this one time where you do actually let him down and disappoint him? Like, I don't know. It's not really like revenge, it's more of just like justifying it. Popcorn. Like, I turned the light on and I woke him up, and now he's like messing around again. Okay, anyways, again, I don't really know how to, yeah. Okay, bye.